Justin Nelson here with another episode of The Real Icon Podcast, and I just wanted to welcome our newest guest today. I'm super excited to have him out of the sunny state of Florida. Welcome to the show, guys. How are you?
Hey, doing amazing. Thank you so much for having us here. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity. My name is Kelly Ospina, and
my name is Andres Ospina.
I love it. I love it. Well, I appreciate you guys being on here. You know, I obviously know as Icon agents, you guys are super busy. You wouldn't be an Icon agent if you didn't have a lot of production, a lot of deals going on. So I appreciate you guys taking a few minutes out of your day to share with our audience today. So, I mean, I'm just going to start off with it, and just ask, where are you guys located specifically in Florida, and kind of give me a little bit of your guys' background. I'd love to hear each of your guys' journeys, how you guys met, and kind of, why real estate, and kind of, how you've built your team, and kind of where you guys are at today. So I'd just love to dive into that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, born in Colombia, came here when I was 9 years old. Knew I wanted to become financially free. Started in real estate in 2014. Got my license in 2014. But I started as an investor. Always been an investor in the back of my head. Always been. And I got my license because I wanted to learn how to flip. And in 2015, I bought my first flip.
Okay.
And that's basically where everything started. I was also selling at the time, so I started selling, representing sellers as well. But yeah, flipping was amazing. In 2016, I met my beautiful wife, Kelly, and decided to actually buy our first house for us to live in. And that's where we started to work with like house hacking, right? So we were, but I realized that I was renting, and I was like, this is not the way. We bought our first house, and it was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath with a 1-car garage. And we converted the garage into like a little efficiency, rented it on Airbnb, and paid the mortgage, taxes, insurance from the little efficiency. Then we rented out the other 2 rooms in the 3-bedroom, lived in the master.
Yeah.
And paid like $1,000 a month on each room. So it was insane. We basically we're living in our house, netting like $2,000 a month, and it was like amazing. And we did that back in 2016 when nobody was on Airbnb.
Yep.
So we've been basically investing, still flipping, still buying rental properties. Became financially free by 2018. Literally hit like the $1 million net worth in 2018.
That's awesome.
And we're blowing it up, man. We're blowing it up, and we're still helping people buy. We're still helping people sell. We're still helping people become financially free. House hack, basically buy a house, convert the garage, literally pay the mortgage with the rent, and you live for free. Or basically live in the garage.
I love that. I love that. So for those listening, we were just talking backstage a little bit about our past, and you guys don't know this, but I am big into that. So I've done the same thing. I was even so extreme at the time. Like, I was single. I bought a 5-bedroom house, and I rented all 5 bedrooms out. I would literally, I was on the road so much that I would just come home and sleep on the couch. It was 5 of my buddies. $1,000 a room. I would literally, because I was living on the road, I'm like, why would I not get $1,000 a month? Because I was in Colorado at the time. And then
like something he did.
Yeah, and then about 6 months later, I had a listing of mine, and it wasn't selling. And I just said, hey, well, what would you pay me 10% commission if I bought it? And they said, yeah. And we did the same thing. I went and bought it. They paid for the down payment. I couch surfed, probably much like you guys. You guys were making great money, great income, and we're financially growing, yet you probably lived like you were broke still.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We're doing this.
Love it.
Right here, you see the kitchen in our background, and it's because we're doing the video from where we live right now, which used to be our garage.
I love it.
500 square feet garage conversion, and the rest of the house is fully rented. So
I love that. I love that.
Bedrooms rented right now, and we live in the garage.
I love that. I love that. Well, we were talking about before today's podcast, how young we are collectively as a group. And I know a lot of other young listeners are going to be listening as well. Like, when you're able to do that, you're able to supercharge, you've probably been able to pick up another investment property or two, just literally from living a different way, doing nothing else differently.
Below your means.
So I love that.
We get paid like $2,500 a month to live in our garage. And now with all this excess money, instead of instead of buying expensive things, instead of having a Lamborghini outside, we drive a 2012 Honda Accord that has 253,000 miles, and we will ride that sucker until it stops. And when it stops, I'm gonna motor on it, because the wealthy people, the billionaires, they drive around the Maseratis, the Bugattis, and all this other stuff. They drive around in their 2012 Honda Accord.
I love it. Well, and you guys have the right
and
mindset.
buy real estate.
You guys have the right mindset, because people will literally move. People will literally move from a place and they'll go to LA, or they'll go to Los Angeles, and they'll go to New York, and they'll pay $1 million to live in a 300 square foot place. And so why people are like, oh, they're crazy for living in 500 square feet. It's like, wait, what? There's other people. It's all about a change of the mindset. Some people will pay $1 million to do that. And yet, if you did it yourself, you could make $1 million to do it. Like, it doesn't.
Exactly.
I love it. Well, let's just dive into your EXP journey. A lot of people are like, who are these people? And so I would love to learn, have you always been with EXP, or have you been at other brokerages? Or tell us a little bit about that journey, and kind of, my guess is I have a little suspicion you're at EXP for some financial reasons. Sound like financially savvy people, so you wouldn't be here if it didn't financially make sense to be here. So I would love to just kind of talk about, have you always been at EXP, or kind of what was your awakening that led you to the moment that you joined EXP?
Yeah, so I started at Exit in 2000. I got my license in 2014, 15, 16.
Okay.
And I saw the power of Exit, and I liked Exit, and it was pretty awesome. And I made a lot of great connections from there. From there, I went to another independent brokerage, and then I basically decided to open up my own firm, right?
Oh,
so I've
cool.
through all the stages. I was at Exit. I went to another 100% brokerage, basically, and then got my brokerage license and made my own Ecologic Realty Group. Right now, we're Ecologic, brokered by EXP.
I love it.
But yeah, no, we saw everything, and we saw the pains of owning the brokerage and the liabilities. It was more the liabilities than anything.
Yeah.
Not enough flexibility, not enough leverage. So we were introduced to EXP about a year and a half ago.
Year and a half ago, we were introduced to, and it took us some time thinking about everything, how it was. But then we realized that this is literally the future.
It's the future.
It is the future for many, many, many different reasons, and especially because, how you were saying, financially, it makes sense. It is definitely the best opportunity that you can do, having the power of still keeping your own identity, your own team, which is the ecological team that we have. We keep our goals, our identity, but we are able to grow much faster and everywhere else. We wouldn't have been able to go open up Colombia, for example. That is going to happen at some point.
Oh, yeah,
if we were going with our own little brokerage, because it was going to take us a lot longer, as well as the possibility of leveraging the model that EXP has with the new agent has transformed our life, because we used to get a lot of new agents and we wouldn't have the time to be babysitting them and teaching them step by step of how to become a realtor, because we are more focused on the investment side, and we are focused on helping our clients become investors as well and help them achieve the American dream. So becoming part of EXP has allowed us to have more time to do this one, really focus on our goal, but still having the possibility of plugging agents into the company.
I love that.
It's like I see it like an Airbnb. I see it like a disruptor. I see it like it's the future. I see it how even after COVID now, it's like, oh wow, they were right. And it's like, oh my God, like wow, this is the future. And we have technology and we have the resources to be able to connect the whole world virtually.
Yeah, we were all sitting there taking classes together, and we didn't have to touch anybody else. We didn't have to breathe on anybody else, and we didn't even skip a beat. We didn't even feel that any of it changed.
Just like right now we're doing.
Yeah, I love it. Well, so tell me, I'm sure there was a lot of reasons, but what would you say was the number one most attractive thing about EXP when you first made the move? Like, what was the number one thing that you're like, that's why we're going to make the move today, even if it's not the most attractive thing to you now about the company, because you probably experienced some other things you didn't even know about that are awesome. But what was the number one thing when you first moved over? And it could be different for each of you, so I'd love to hear what the number one thing was for you guys.
What do you think?
Well, for me, the possibility of growth, being able to be outside of this country, especially because both of us are foreign nationals. So we were born and raised in Colombia, a third world country. And for me, knowing that now I have the possibility to bring this to my country and spread it with my network over there is priceless.
I love that.
I think honestly the same reason that I was gonna say. I mean, it was just that, like, being able to see the big picture.
Yeah.
No, that's what it was. When we realized, like, wait a minute, this is gonna be bigger. This is the new future. This is gonna be the #1 company in the world.
Yeah.
When we realized that this was gonna be the #1 company in the world very soon, and even sooner now, we realized that we were gonna make it happen. We're like, South America's wide open. When we joined, it was only I think it was three countries.
Only
It was only
three.
three countries. Now I think it's like up to like 7 or 12 or something.
I don't even know, and maybe I don't even know if they had the entire United States yet. Like I think that's only been in the last 2 years that they've got all 50 states.
So we just joined in June 2019. So it's only been about a year and a couple of months for us.
Yeah.
The fact that like when we came in, I think the stock was like at $7, and today I checked it. I'm like over $40. What is going on? Oh my God! I think it's over $40.
It's let me check. I have the fancy computer screen behind your face
Yes!
here. It is as of recording $42.
Wow!
So
That's amazing. That's amazing.
That's
So-
The
great.
power of ownership. The power of ownership.
So let's talk about that. I want to dive in with some real numbers right now. So you guys are Icon agents. So when did
Yeah.
you first Icon with EXP?
July 7, 2020.
I love that. And so
she knows exactly. Oh my God.
it is basically your EXP birthday forever now. So
Yeah.
so let's talk about that, because there's people listening today that are with EXP that know exactly what that means. But for anybody in the Orlando market, or really any market, maybe it's probably Colombia right now listening, like, what does the EXP Icon Award mean? Now, I know it's different for some countries, and it might depend on the day they listen to us, but as of right now, for the United States, what does the Icon mean? What do you get for iconing, and how much production did you guys have to do to hit the Icon Award?
Yeah, so basically it's paying a $16,000 cap, right?
Okay.
And then doing 20 transactions after that, right?
Mhm.
So I think I had to do about 36 transactions.
Almost.
Almost,
Yeah,
I think
around
it was
40.
36 transactions, almost 40, between 35 to 40, depending on what market. But yeah, we did 36 transactions, and that $16,000 cap that we paid into EXP, we basically got back in
Gotcha.
stock options that were definitely lower at the time that we purchased them that they are now, which is a huge plus. But basically, I'm at over 100%. Everything that I've paid, almost everything that I've paid to the company, now we got back into stock awards, and the stock is even higher than what we bought at. So it really is over 100%. Plus
I love that.
the rev share that we've been
Yeah.
generating. And by the way, we don't recruit. We don't recruit at all. It's all organic. It all happens organically. People reach out to you because, hey, you guys are doing something amazing. You guys are doing something different. What's different? Plugging into here is the future. And once, and people come, and it's another stream of income. It's,
Yeah.
thousands of dollars. We make thousands of dollars a month just on.
I love that. So you're telling me you sold 3 homes a month, and at the end of the year, they gave you $16,000 in cap. And let's just say that they gave you $16,000 in stock back. And let's say you bought it at $20 at the time. So that's $16,000. If you bought it at 20, and that's when you iconed,
Yeah.
and it's now at 40, that means EXP has paid you $32,000, and you only gave them
Exactly.
16.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Double our money.
Plus, on top of that, if we are still within our year before the cap resets, anything else that we sell, we get it at 100% commission.
Yeah, that's where we're at right now.
I love it. So you're trying to get as many as possible. How many can I get
Of
done?
course,
Oh, yeah.
of course, we still have about 10 more before
Yeah.
our cap date.
Now let me ask you this. You guys are investors. So, you know,
Yes.
you're all about financials. What benefits does EXP give you in the investor world when it comes to being able to, like, let's say you ever want to invest in another state, right? If you ever want to move Florida, or you want to, or now that you've capped, you can do more investment deals and not have to give any money away. What's the EXP model been like for you as investors?
Yeah, so so that's funny that you said that, because today we closed on a flip, and we got that flip from a referral from an EXP agent. So
I
that's
love it.
funny that you just today, dude. 5 minutes ago we were signing. And by the way,
Then already just left.
yeah. So that's the power, and she was local when you heard, but she was within our family,
Yeah.
Okay.
our family, our organization, and that was a referral that made us about $100,000, by the way, on a flip, which is crazy. But seriously, that's the power of that. Locally, nationwide, we're part of the Honey Badgers, and we know a lot of amazing people. And I don't know if you're a Honey Badger or not. Maybe you are. You are.
Stars.
Even a smaller world. You want to know when I joined EXP?
When?
June of 2019. Yeah.
No!
So we are those things. So,
Really?
yeah,
You see?
I've been with
It's-
EXP the same amount of time that you guys
That's
have, and I am in
crazy.
the Honey Badger network. So
Oh, wow. And then the Honey Badger network is huge. I mean, that's amazing. It's nationwide.
Yeah.
Huge, amazing people that I've met through there. We've been to like 2 or 3 different masterminds. Amazing, huge content, amazing people.
We love
Culture, connections, masterminding, networking. The different markets, different people, doesn't matter. We're always telling each other what works, what doesn't work. People that are not even in my downline, or I'm not even in their upper line, they're helping me, giving me nuggets, dude. People that don't even benefit, they're like, I don't even care, dude. Like we're just family. We're just, I'll give you the whole nuggets for free.
I love it. I love it.
That right there is the future.
Yeah.
It's the future.
Well,
We
so
can all beneficiate, even though we're not correlated specifically, but if the company grows, we all grow. So
Yeah.
I love that. So I love the different pieces of EXP, because if you help someone else that's not in your downline, or you don't get, maybe they're not on your team and you're not getting splits off of them, if you help them grow, most likely the stock's going to grow, which you got free stock. So you get your company as a whole, you have incentive. But let's dive a little deeper into the rev share. Now, I don't need you guys to share your exact numbers, obviously, for publicity reasons. But what I want you to share with me is, for those that have approached you and said, I want to partner with you, my guess is, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, you didn't necessarily want them on your team in a traditional manner, because you guys are so focused on the investor side. But with EXP, it allowed you to have a different type of team, to where you can still mentor them and they can still align with you. And to my understanding, if someone comes into the company and picks you guys to align with, they don't have to pay you a split, but you still get paid off of their production. Is that right?
Exactly.
Okay, so let me ask you this. How many people do you guys have currently partnered with you guys across the United States? Because you're much like me. Like, I'm not a big, heavy shouter recruiter. I'm more of an organic, as people hear about me. So how has that journey been like for you guys over the last year or so? And what's that journey, and what are you guys liking about that partnership that you can provide to those partnered with you?
So far in about like a year and a half, we haven't been trying to recruit not even one person, but from just being part of EXP and attracting people, we have right now around 30 people.
That's awesome.
In our downline. And from those 30 people, most of them are work independently. So there is actually one of the, there is a team that they used to have their own brokerage, and then they joined and they brought all of their team together, which basically was just a conversation with one person that we just came to attract. And now they're loving it. They absolutely love it, and they are super happy with the company. And then we also have some people that came directly to us wanting to be part of our team, which is the Logic team. And we do have 6 agents that are directly with our team. Since we want to focus on the investor side, those people that came to us, they also have the vision and the goal of becoming investors. And the biggest reasons why they came to us is because they want to learn what we've done and what we've achieved. So we told them, this is the beauty about EXP. We're not gonna be able to teach you from A to Z on how to be a realtor, but we don't have to do that because you can still learn everything just by joining EXP, joining the 30 plus hours a week of training that the EXP world has, plus being part of the Alliance team, which I don't know if you ever hear of the Alliance team.
Yeah.
So the Alliance team right here has a big presence, and there is multiple offices around Orlando. It's like 5 or more offices, and each one of those have different trainings. And the closest one to us, 10 minutes away, has trainings every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday of every single week.
Wow.
That has gave us an opportunity to just bring people on, leverage them into join the classes. If they want to join other groups, they're welcome to do it. Or if they want to stay with us, they can join our team. They can learn about the investments, but we don't have the huge overhead.
Now, my guess is by those people partnering with you, EXP pays you money. So every time they close a deal, you get a piece of the cap from that person. Yes. My guess is, just a sneaky suspicion, you use that income to buy more homes for yourself.
Oh,
is that right?
Absolutely, dude.
Airbnb.
100%. That's where everything goes. We're type of mindset of growth, and we understand that right now, especially right now, is the time for growth.
Yeah.
Everybody right now is like, ooh, and I'm like, let's buy. We have bought probably 6 or 7 houses since COVID, and we're not stopping. We're gonna go faster because in times like this is where we reinvest the money for sure.
Yeah. No, I love that. So let me ask you, this is a very off-topic, non-icon question. What do you guys do to stay sane? And what I mean by that is, how do you keep your energy up? You guys are high producers. You're always moving. You're helping people. You're investing. You know, you're doing Airbnbs. Like, I know Airbnb, man. Like, it is a pain to manage the move-ins, the move-outs. I get it. Like I'm flying out to Colorado tomorrow to go and sell an entire house of furniture that we had outfitted for. Like, I get it. It's not easy. So, like, how do you guys stay sane? Like, do you guys have any hobbies? Do you have anything that you guys enjoy doing together? Or, you know, do you have anything that you guys just enjoy to do to keep that energy up / you know, recharge in such a busy world that you live in?
Yeah. I would say, to be honest with you, is just like having a balance, right? And for me, in order to keep sane, because we have like 40 properties that we manage just for Airbnb itself, and Sane amongst and stuff. In order to keep sane, I think meditation helps a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. One of the biggest things that really keeps me sane. Number 2 probably would have to be working out. We work out like 6 to 7 days a week.
Gotcha. I love that.
And that's something that fuels me and gives me energy. Like without the gym, I am not me. I don't have the highest energy. I'm not my best form of self. Yeah. Number 3, obviously food. Actually, food should be number 1. Food is very important. We eat very, very healthy diets. We eat mainly vegetarian with a little bit of fish.
Love it.
We try to do super healthy food, and the food is our energy.
Yeah.
So that's probably one of the reasons why we have so much energy. And I think our why. I think my why is like, I'm not doing this for money, man. I mean, I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life, but it's not because we have a bunch of houses and a bunch of money. It's because we're impacting people in a positive way. And I don't see this as a job. I don't see anything that I'm doing right now as, oh shit, I gotta do this. No, I'm doing this like, oh my God, I'm happy with myself and I want to help other people. Let's just do this together in a happy way.
And you're just at the tip of the iceberg. I mean, you're just doing what you're doing in Florida now, and as it grows, you're going to be not only affecting this country, but another country that is dear and
the world, the whole world. We're going for the world.
Exactly. Worldwide.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, for those
also,
listening,
another one of the things to finish with the last question you said is the appreciation helps a lot. Basically, whenever we get to a point of like stressfulness or something like that, we always remind each other where we come from.
Yeah.
We don't come from a wealthy family. We come from a third world country, and we see the opportunities that we have in here. So every time when we gets it to our head, we gotta remember that there's a lot of people close to us from our family that don't have the opportunities that we have here. So we gotta make the best out of it.
We're blessed. We're all blessed.
I love that. So let me ask you this. A lot of people here, Colombia is not somewhere you hear every day people being from. And so where are you guys from in Colombia? I'd love to learn a little bit more about that from you guys.
I'm from Bogota, the capital.
Okay.
I'm from Medellin, la ciudad más bonita, which is the most beautiful city of the country.
I love it. I love it. So you guys go and visit her city, not yours.
A little bit of both, you know how it is. But yeah, Medellin, for a tourist, Medellin is a better place to go than Bogota, for sure.
Yeah, tourism.
Okay, perfect. In all transparency, the only place I've ever heard about Colombia that I know like on a map is Cartagena, but that's all I know.
That's very popular one too. That's on the beach.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So tell me, is there anything that you guys, like if you guys got people listening here, and just as a reminder to everybody listening, if you don't know about EXP's model, you could be in Alaska, you could be in Mexico, you could be in Colombia, wherever it is. If EXP's there, which it's growing all the time, new states will be adding new countries. Can people partner with you even if they're not in Orlando or even in Florida? Like, how does that look? Like, do you guys have partners outside the state? And if you don't, like, are you open to people listening to this podcast today if they want to align with what you guys have going on? How do they do that? And kind of what are the steps for them to get in contact with you? And are you guys open to that, having people in your network that aren't in your state?
Of course. So we are always open for new opportunities. We are always on abundance mindset. And there is food for everybody. So right now, as of today, we don't have anybody else in another state, but we're working with some people, having conversations. And if anybody is interested, they can definitely join with us. It doesn't matter where you are located. As long as EXP is there in the country, you are able to join because everything is on the cloud and all you need to have is a computer.
Yeah.
And pretty much everybody is gonna have a computer. So that's all you need. And we can always be as close as we want to through platforms like this. So there is always an opportunity to happen.
The power of EXP. EXP is more of it's a tech company too, man. It's a tech company. That's what you got to think about too. As long as you have technology, you have connection. You know, so through the power of the internet, we can connect worldwide with everybody. So absolutely, we want to have partners worldwide, and we will. It's just getting started. So super excited to be part of such an amazing movement.
And if somebody also wants to learn not only about EXP, but how can they become financially free through investing in real estate, can be flips, Airbnb, or house hacking in general, they can also contact us because right now we're on the process of creating also a coaching business to show that everything that we've done can be duplicatable because some people have already done it.
I love that. I love that. Now, do you guys own all the Airbnbs you do, or do you do subleasing, or like what all do you guys do in the Airbnb?
The majority of them.
We own them.
So right now we have 40 listings that we manage. Out of those 40, 3 of them we manage for other clients, and then the rest of them we own them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been the concept with like the rental arbitrage is it's only cash flow, and I never liked it. And I've always been about buy and hold. Man, I'm like a Warren Buffett type of person. You know,
I agree.
I'm buying the real estate for the real estate. I'm not buying a condo. I'm not buying a townhouse. I'm not even buying into an HOA. Screw that. Yeah. So they, you know, our houses are the ones that, definitely.
I love that.
Because we make the biggest money on the buy.
Yeah,
no, I love that. Well, and you can make money on the buy, and with rental arbitrage, you make cash flow, but you don't make the equities. I kind of always draw a map. You know, you start off here, arbitrage, you'll make money, but with the equity, you'll pay down your equity and you'll make money. Now you got a bigger gap than just this, and usually this is a pain because you're dealing with a home that's not yours. You know, the whole 9 yards. So.
Just to give you a simple example. Today, before we did the Zoom call, as we told you, we were signing the paperwork. We just did a closing to one of our houses that we just sold. So this property, we bought it about a year ago. Actually, not even a year, because I believe we closed it probably like so we bought it a little bit over a year ago for 160, right?
Okay.
Closed 160. The house originally, it was 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom.
Yep.
We did in this house, it had an additional 1-car carport and a Florida room. I don't know if you know what a Florida room is.
Yep, I do.
Okay, so I had a Florida room. And then what we did with this house is the carport and the Florida room, we added an additional bathroom to each of those. So now the house became a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 3 different units, which were divided. It was a one single family house, so everything is connected legally, but we rented it 3 independent units. Since a year and a half ago, we've been renting this house, and it's been generating the main house around 2,000, and each one of these around 1,000 each.
That's awesome.
So now we have around 4,000 a month. It's been a year and a half. We just sold it today, and it was somewhere around the 280 price.
That's awesome.
And we've been grossing 4K a month ever since. If we were doing rental arbitrage, it will have been only about 100K, but now it's over 100K.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That's awesome. So what's your what's your next 6 months look like for you? Where are your guys' focuses? I mean, obviously I heard buying more homes, as many as possible, but for you guys, like, what's your focus? What are you guys most excited about over the last 6 months, or the next 6 months, should I say?
Man, okay, so yeah, again, so helping a bunch of people buy and sell this year is probably going to be our biggest yet.
We're going to probably help this year is going to be around 50 families.
50 yeah, personally. 55. I'm
families.
hoping for 60. I'm shooting for 60.
Yeah,
Hopefully
right now we're about 37.
Yeah.
38 today. So
okay.
And then flip maybe, because we're flipping 5 houses right now at the same time. So finish the 5 flips, obviously. And we're under contract to buy 7 acres. So get this. We are going to build the first sustainable tiny house community in Orlando.
I love that.
Now we're getting into development. So now we're going to build literally a ecosystem, a community of houses that creates more energy than it consumes.
I love that.
I
love that. I love that. And it fits into the brand. And, I think I could be wrong here, but I think a lot of other brokerages, if you were with them, you would have so much other things in your day and so many things in your way to do that. But with this model,
it'll take too much time.
With this model,
especially if you will own your own because you will always have to be on top of managing and handling and all the paperwork and the liability, the responsibility. But with EXP, that doesn't exist.
The leverage, absolutely, the paperwork, all the different things,
consume.
If one of the agents that I bring on, if they make a mistake, it would be on me before. Now it's not. Now I don't have to go to court and do all the crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Now I focus on the things that are more productive.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. So as we wrap up here, guys, I'm gonna put your guys' link information below in the description. So if you guys want to reach out, you guys want to partner with them, please do so. If you guys are a high producer anywhere in the United States, especially Florida, especially if you know them and they sent you this video to listen to, and you're a high producer, whether you think you're going to close 36 homes tomorrow, next year, in 5 years, EXP is the model you need to check out and ask them about the icon, right? Even if you're not an icon status yet, you need to ask them about the icon. It's what this podcast is about. It's what we want you to get excited about. I personally, guys, I think one of the biggest problems with EXP is not enough people in the world know what the icon is. I think
that's true.
Because if you guys icon for the next 10 years straight, it's $160,000 if the stock stays the same. It doesn't move. That's like in an Airbnb world, that's like 100 more homes that you guys can get. Because every time you buy one, it quadruples in cash flow. So awesome, guys. Well, as we wrap up here, I really appreciate you guys jumping on today. It was a pleasure to meet you. And like I said, if anybody's got any questions for him, please reach out. I'm excited for the Colombia expansion. Is Colombia open yet, or do you know if it's in the works?
Not yet. No, but we're in talks.
No yet, but I hear about some countries in South America, Central America. So it's still in the conversation, but
getting there. I love it.
Mexico just opened up, and I'm basically just just picking planting seeds everywhere. Yeah, that's basically.
Mexico's like the gateway. It's the closest to the United States. Once that opens, I think it's just going to trickle down and hit them all.
100%. 100%. That's how it starts.
Yes.
I love it.
Well, it was
awesome.
a pleasure meeting you as well, and we can't wait to see you anytime you come around Florida. Keep us posted. If you need an Airbnb, let us know.
Of course, you're part of the family. family, bro.
I love it. I love it. If you guys are going to Florida,
honey badgers, dude.
I love it. If you guys are going to Disney, if you're going to Disney, hit them up, let them know. I'm sure they got Airbnbs that they can put you in.
Yes.
Help build their real estate empire at the same time. It's a win-win.
Or for
here,
their clients as well.
I love
We
it.
have helped a lot of people from other realtor friends that whenever somebody's under contract to buy a house, especially right now during COVID,
Yeah.
times get delayed, closings get delayed, postponed, they don't work like how they were supposed to. And sometimes the clients need a temporary place to stay. It can either be 1 to 3 weeks or 2-3 months until they're able to finally close in that house. So we have been able to help a lot of our friends, realtors friends, housing their clients for a temporary time.
News flash. We're going to cut out the next 15 seconds and the last 15 seconds to make it its own little video clip. If you need to help your buyers remove a contingency, Airbnb is the best. Go find an Airbnb, negotiate a rate with them, tell your clients that you're going to pay for a storage unit of $200 a month for all their stuff. Go and tell your clients you negotiated a rate in an Airbnb where they can move into, where it's already fully furnished, sell their home. All they have to do is pack a loading truck, put it in a storage unit, go live in a place like you guys own that are already furnished. And now when they go and make offers on properties, you are the non-contingent person winning against the 5, 10 other offers.
Yeah.
So I love that. I love that. Well, guys, as we wrap up here, I appreciate you guys being on here, and couldn't thank you more for getting to meet you guys today.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having us on, and keep rocking and rolling, man.
I love it. With that being said, guys, thank you guys for listening today, and we are going to sign off with the Icon Podcast until the next episode. Thank you, guys.